Hi, welcome to Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. Happy February. It's February 1st, 2024. I'm Robert. So happy February. Got a couple things from eBay today. And I also was out and about and came across a Heritage High Number Blaster. A lot of cards in there, pretty heavy. So figure we'll do this today. And let's see what we got from old eBay. It's mostly probably be some of my PC stuff, but if I didn't say it once, I'll say it again. I'm Rob. This is my channel, Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, where I like to open stuff and collect Allen Ginters and Andre Dawsons and this and that and the other. And I want to send a shout out for a couple people who have um, put some comments on the page on some of the last few videos. Jay Pillon commented about the Stadium Club cards, and then Tiger727 also commented on the Historics Autographs little box that I showed yesterday. So thanks for reaching out, leaving a comment. I replied, so hopefully you guys will see those, and we'd love to hear back from you. And alright, so we're going to start here. Might as well, as good as any. That is B.L. Jones. That's from Washington, Bothell. Alright, so we're going to pull out the lucky letter opener. Boom, boom, zoom. Well, I know it's going to be something I like, so I guess I should be doing that towards the Heritage box. So, alakazam. Hey people, while I'm getting ready to open these boxes and these packages here, once again, if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing, liking, and leaving comments. Mostly like to get comments so that I can have discussions with people about cards and what they like to collect, what they think, and also subscribing and liking, just I guess something to do with the algorithm, gets my videos suggested to more people, so maybe more people can watch, and then I can come across some other people who like to collect like I do, and or similar. So that would be nice if you did subscribe and like and all that. That helps, I guess. I'm not monetized or anything like that. So alright, this card's pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. A little thank you from these folks here who sent this card. So this is a 2023 Topps, and this was one of the I believe inserts variations. Yeah, because this is an 88 design, but it is an image variation, or at least, so it's obviously not the original 1988 version of his card, but a different image to me from a boy in my personal collection. I collect Andre Dawson, my favorite player of all time and Hall of Famer. Chicago Cub. Liked him before he was ever on the Cubs, though, when I was a kid. And so I picked up an 88 design. So that says 2T88C number 24. So I'm not super familiar with the flagship insert sets beyond just some of the basic stuff. So let's break this down. Something Topps. So let me look at the front. Yeah, so I'm not too sure what the 2 stands for. but I believe that would be something. Oh, maybe Series 2, Topps 88 Chrome. So that's sweet. Talking about Andre hitting his second set of home runs in the same inning there in 1985. He did it twice and was only the second person to have ever hit 2 home runs in the same inning 2 different times. I know it's been done since those days numerous times, so that just tells you the whole home run era that came after this, when home run, like we'll just say juiced ball era. But before that, it was a really hard and rare thing to do, and he was one of the people known for having done that. Now it's been watered down, but anyways, that is the 1988 design for Topps, but that's Topps Chrome, as you can see there in the corner. 35th anniversary of 88 Topps. Andre Dawson there playing right field for the Cubs. And doesn't say refractor or anything on there. But yeah, that's silver refractor card. Alright, what do I do with that little sheet of paper that describes like the little receipt? Here it is. Alright, let's see if this says anything. Yeah, 2023 Topps 88 Topps Silver Pack Chrome. So I guess that's from the silver packs. So I don't buy hobby regular Topps. I just pick up blasters or hangers every now and again, maybe a mega. But yeah, so that's silver pack. So that is 2023. So that's a more modern version of his. That's not like an Allen and Ginter or something like that. I saw that. I went back and forth with this person, make an offer, counter offer, counter offer, counter offer, then counter offer, and I was like, alright, that's my last offer. And it was like 5-cent difference, and the person finally accepted it. But that's pretty nice. That seems pretty well centered. It's a cool looking card. Not opposed to chrome cards or these refractors and all that. They look sharp. I like it. I just usually tend to collect more old style cards, and look, at least, don't have to be old cards, just I prefer the old fashioned looking, but I guess 88's kind of old fashioned. And so that's sweet. That'll be going in my binder, but that's a really nice version of that. So if I was a grader, person who liked getting cards graded, maybe that would be one that would be pretty good, because that looks like some pretty darn good centering there. Alright, so that's sweet. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Alright folks, this is coming from Mount Pleasant, Michigan, from Michael there. Thank you. Alright, bubble mailer. So I did order a bunch of stuff for about a week there, so this could be anything, but sure did come with a lot of papers. So alright, guess I shouldn't look at that, ruined the surprise, but nice. They use painter's tape at least, so that's cool. Not dealing with shipping tape or scotch tape. Alright. Alright, just about got this tape off. Here we go. There we go. A couple pieces of cardboard. Man, it sure We had to deliver some stuff today, and it rained and rained and rained, and I was wearing my cowboy hat and my rain jacket, and eventually the rain's not completely, like, not drenched, but worked its way through my straw hat and got my head wet, so I felt like I was in a sauna all day. And then eventually some of it water worked into my inside my jacket, and the rest of me felt like I was in like a sauna for the whole day. So I got multiple cards from this person, and so that's going to be sweet. So let me take a look at these and put these in the order that I would like to show them to you folks. Alright, let's see, I'll move on to those last. Alright, okay, so got some mainstream cards and some oddball stuff, but for my PC, I got an Andre Dawson Upper Deck there. That's collector's choice. So I don't think I've ever seen that Andre Dawson card before. Talking to perhaps one of the coaches for the Red Sox, maybe a trainer or something like that. When Andre was on the Red Sox, I don't have a whole lot of Andre Red Sox cards. This is a 95, so that is a playing days card of my man Andre Dawson. At that point in time, he was up to 428 home runs, so only had 10 left in the in the barrel of his bat, so to speak. But that's a cool card. Dig that. So glad to pick up some Andre Dawson while he was a Red Sox. Okay, next. This is a cool one, just because they're pretty cool. Let me look at the date first here. Oops. I have an ant or something crawling on me, folks. I don't know if it came out of this package or what. That was interesting. Little tiny ant. And no, it's not my mom's sister or my dad's. Alright, this is a 93 Topps. So this is also playing days career. And this is... Sorry, I'm trying to get the magnifying glass out here. It's just so hard to read. The foil on here. Boy, that is just impossible. Alright, but anywho, you folks will know this card when you see it. Came in a penny sleeve. And that is, like I said, 93. Yep, 1993 Topps Black Gold. So those are pretty cool. So that's definitely in the heart of the junk wax era, but there's Andre Dawson, Topps Black Gold. So if you'd like to pause that and read what they had to put on about Andre that year on that card. And those are really nice looking cards, so gotta hand it, 90s did have some good looking stuff. And that seems pretty decently centered. It might be a little off top to bottom, but I'm not sure if that design's just kind of an angle. Like if this whole thing is angled that way and that's just the design. But there's old Andre, and that's I don't know what's going on here on the surface, but that could be those old cards back in the day stick together or stuff like that. But this is more for binder stuff, so I'm not about trying to collect tins and all that kind of stuff. Obviously I want the best shaped card I can get, but yeah, that's really nice foil refractory kind of whatever they're doing there. I like it because it's subtle. It's not overboard. If you can critique this card at all, it would be because it's just it's a lot. You know what I mean? So for some people, they just wouldn't like that. Now I think it's simple enough because of the 88 design that it's not overboard, but there is something to be said about just subtle. You know, it's not underwhelmingly subtle like if it just had this part here foil. It's a nice balance. So the top's black gold, really nice cards. They did a good job. And yeah, I like that foil on there with the black and the that ant still found a way to get onto me, people. Well, let's just say he's not going to see Valentine's Day or it, she, or whatever it is. So that's a sweet card. So your 90s kind of shine and your 2020 shine. So I dig that. That's a really pretty card. It's hard to take a close look at this when I'm stretched out about a foot beyond my face here with the camera in the way. Alright, so that's cool. It's one I never had, but I had seen before, and I like that card. Alright, one more main. Ish kind of card. Oh yeah, so it was raining cats and dogs here today, people, and yeah, we were just stuck in it and having to deliver stuff outdoors, lock things up and all that, but it was kind of fun though. But maybe that's my voice again. If you hear my voice, my wife, she went to bed because she tossed and turned, I guess, last night. You know, when your mind starts racing about work and stuff, so she went to bed. But there we go, we got another O-Pee-Chee, so I went ahead and picked up the all-star version of that O-Pee-Chee, and I've got the tops. So of course centering is not good top to bottom, but it'll really stand out on the back. But still, I just wanted some O-Pee-Chees to put into my binder and have into my collection, to match up with them old tops cards. And obviously the numbering will probably be different because I think O-Pee-Chee was a smaller set, and a lot of it is like Toronto and Expos focused a lot on that stuff. You could see that kind of wire cut or whatever people could talk about O-Pee-Chee there. That's not damage, that's just the way they cut their cards. It's cool to have an alternate brand, even though it's still Topps related partnership or whatever. But here we go, nice O-Pee-Chee Andre Dawson with the French and English blurb there about him. So looks like Andre needed a haircut back then, although I'm sure that was the style. This is a 1982 O-Pee-Chee, so that's a cool card. Man, centering otherwise right to, left to right is pretty dead on, but that's a beautiful card and I'll take it. I'm happy to have that in my collection. Alright, one more. It's oddball-ish, but not oddball. This is going to be a Flair. Now, after Flair did their 1987 set, which was really beautiful, they decided to do this. And this was that 80s and 90s kind of designs that were going on. But this, my friends, is the Andre Dawson Flair 1988. So that would have been the first year of Dawson in the mainstream with the Cubbies. But that's card number 67. And well, you might ask yourself, wow, that card looks a little off. Well, that is the Flair Minis. So that is what, not a tobacco mini, but the mini cards that were kind of popular in the day, like those recent Andre Dawson star stickers and UK card that I picked up. So just by comparison, there's your standard card, and that's the Flair mini size. So I think it's a little smaller than the Topps ones we've recently looked at, but still a cool card of Andre Dawson. I've never had this one. I knew about it, but I didn't have it. So I went ahead and picked that up off of eBay. And it looks like I got a lot of stuff from the same guy, so that helps me with shipping costs. Alright. Of course, we're going to have focus issues, like we always tend to do. Then when I watch my videos online, and once it hits that high def, that looks really good. But my voice may not be sounding really good right now, but there you go. That's sweet. That'll go in the binder. Now some of my favorite kind of stuff, which most people might think might be kind of junk, but I love it. I am a huge fan of oddball cards, and I'm a huge fan of Andre Dawson. So an oddball Andre Dawson's always makes me super happy. And I remember seeing these, like visiting Chicago, not this particular one, but that you could pick these up. But as young kids, we really didn't have money for buying like Slurpees and big gulps and all that kind of stuff, you know. But I'm surprised we didn't, because they had cards in them. But they kind of slipped by us in the 80s, and I probably only picked up one or two ever myself from 7-Eleven, and it was probably later when I was more in high school and had a little more money. But this is a 1984 Star Sports Coins, and that is, let me take a look with my magnifying glass here. It says NL Rookie of the Year, 77, 4 Gold Gloves by an 84, 1 of 24 cards, I believe. So I don't think this is MSA, but this is probably whoever Sportsflix became. So that is the Andre Dawson with his number 10. That was his uniform number for Montreal, Boston, and Florida. He's number 8 for the Cubbies. So keep that in mind when I get this other card coming. The big card that I have coming. Keep that little conversation in mind. But that is the Slurpee card from 7-Eleven. And I probably spend more money at 7-Eleven than I do going to the grocery store. It's like living out of 7-Eleven sometimes, folks. But I'm happy to have that in my collection. I've picked up random Slurpee cards over the years, like Ricky Henderson and some other players. When I see them at like an antiques shop or antique malls, you'll see some of these. But I hadn't come across Dawson, so there he is. That's my first Dawson Slurpee card. And you know me, I love discs. I love King B discs. I love MSA discs, Jiffy Pop, all that stuff. So, and 7-Eleven, I love 7-Eleven. So, yeah. And who doesn't like Slurpees? I mean, dude, 60% wild cherry and another 40% of blueberry in the same cup. That's the bomb. Alright, folks. Now we're going to move on to the last oddball card that I wasn't aware of too much, because I have the graded oddball Andre Dawson card from the same brand. Now these were done by Topps. This is another 1984 Topps oddball card. So I don't know if these were hand cut like the graded tin that I have. The first graded card that I ever bought was a PSA 10 Andre Dawson Nestle's All-Star card, and that was a hand cut. So I guess they didn't come like in packs of like value packs or anything of Nestle Crunch, let's say. I guess you would order and you would get a sheet and then you can hand cut them, or I don't think they were perforated. But then I know that some candy you could buy the bags or the, like 6-pack of candy bars, and they would come with cards, because I got Nestle cards that way in the later 80s. So I'm thinking that this is probably something like that they did, that I didn't know about until like 87 or 88. Because I don't feel like this would be a hand cut, but I'll have to look it up. But that is the Nestle number 16. So I don't know how many cards are in that set. I think the ones that I have were like 22. So I got some of the Nestle cards where they have modern players and Hall of Famers, but like old school, like Ty Cobb. I want to say 88, but if I'm wrong, sorry, but somewhere in that era. And those are cool cards. And I just loved hunting for these kind of cards, like in those 6-packs or whatever of M&Ms and Nestle's and all that kind of stuff. And then you'd try to move the candy bar like you were seeing. Oh, is there an Andre Dawson in the front of the little cellophane pack? But nevertheless, that's cool, and I like the fact that it really points out that it's Nestle on this, as to where the other one, it's a little more subtle. But these are Tops, and Tops does some oddball stuff. I prefer the MSA oddball because they're a little simpler, and sometimes the Tops oddballs just seem a little odd, in a sense, like maybe a step down from what Tops normally does. I don't know, but I'm okay with them. This one's kind of bland. I mean, like, it's not like a Topps Gold, obvious, but I dig it, because it is simpler. I don't know how to describe it, and sometimes these cards are in a lot better shape, or sometimes maybe even a little better stock, but there we go. We can read about Andre Dawson there. And let's see, April 8th, 1983 went 5 for 5. June 3rd, 83 went 5 for 5. July 4th, 83, 2 homers. August 6th, 2 homers. So, yeah, that's cool. I dig it. I really dig oddball cards. So I'm super happy with that, folks. So let's wrap it up, and then we'll do some heritage on the next video. So Andre Dawson 7-Eleven, Andre Dawson Mini, Andre Dawson O-Pee-Chee, Topps Gold, Collector's Edition, Collector's Choice Upper Deck, and then from the other person, the Andre Dawson Chrome Silver Pack. So I guess that would be like the Bowman Mojo Silver Pack. So like you'd get a Mojo box of Bowman, and they would have that silver pack in there. And so that's basically probably what this came out of, but Topps Chrome. So yeah, I guess this wasn't an insert in Topps flagship. This would have been specifically for, like, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, folks, so let's set these down, take a snapshot to put on the thumbnail, and I'll recap them again and then do some heritage high number. Thanks for watching Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. Alright, thanks everybody.